Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a bill in support of legalizing medical marijuana gained some momentum in Frankfort, and road crews across the region prepare for another round of snowfall after some warmer winter temperatures.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning to you. It is finally Friday. I'm Dakota Makris, and it's just before 5 o'clock here. Now let's waste no time and take it over to Brandon Robinson. And Brandon, I know there were some new warnings issued this morning, if I'm correct.
Yep, some upgrades to some existing watches to warnings and advisories there. And again, to clarify, an advisory is an upgrade from a watch. So a lot of people are like, that's not the case. Yes, it is the case, absolutely. But this morning, quiet. So take a deep breath. We've got a lot to talk about today. Let's get into it this morning. We look at the skies here around our region. Not too much going on there, not even cloud cover, but it's hard to believe, well, not so hard to believe, just on the other side of a stalled out front, that all that snow will be here as early as tomorrow. Some fog out there this morning. I noticed a lot of it on my way into work. So again, places like Hazard, even though the airport not showing too much there, back down toward Wise, there's quite a bit of fog out there this morning. Harlan seeing less than half a mile visibility, so be careful out there. Temperatures across the region, we are in the 20s and 30s, even some 40s out there at Jackson this morning. 41 there, 28 in Monticello. Looks like our warm and cold spots today. A lot of folks in the 30s this morning. Breakfast forecast. It's going to be a fairly nice start today. Lots of sunshine early, and then we'll see a few more clouds build in throughout the day. And then the big event comes later tonight and tomorrow. We'll talk more about that coming up here in just a little bit. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you. Well, we talked with Kentucky Senator Rand Paul yesterday on various topics. Now, we asked him his thoughts on the Russian invasion of Ukraine. He says everyone was worried that Russia would invade, but no one really knew in advance whether it was a threat or if Russia would actually follow through with it.
I do think it's a big miscalculation for Putin. I think he miscalculated the will of the Ukrainian people. I think he's actually brought Europe more together. Europe has coalesced in their opposition.
The senator also says when and if Putin takes over Ukraine cities, that the war will not end there. It will just enter a new stage of insurgency. Congressman Hal Rogers was able to secure nearly $10 million for Eastern Kentucky projects. These projects help prevent future flooding, enhance economic development, expand access to clean water, support first responders, and among other things. They will be awarded to Clay, Lee, Leslie, Johnson, Magoffin, Martin, Rowan, and Pike counties. Some of those projects include the Beattyville Flood Wall Study, the City of Salyersville Restaurant Row Enhancement Project, and the Pikeville Medical Center's Ava Century Simulation Activity Center. Well, it's an issue that has bipartisan support in Frankfort, legalizing medical marijuana here in the Commonwealth. Lawmakers heard testimony on the legislation yesterday. House Bill 136 is not Republican Representative Jason Nemeth's first attempt at passing medical marijuana in Kentucky. A fairly similar bill passed the House in 2020 but did not move in the Senate. Now, the representative says this bill would allow doctors to prescribe marijuana to patients suffering from conditions including cancer, chronic pain, and MS.
This bill, Mr. Chairman, ain't no joke. This is a law enforcement heavy, this is a medication heavy bill. This is not a wink, wink, nod, nod to get to recreational.
The bill passed out of a House committee last night and is expected to be taken up for a vote in the full House as early as next week. A Senate bill that bans abortion after 15 weeks advanced through the state legislature. Senate Bill 321 closely models the Mississippi abortion bill that's currently before the Supreme Court, and if the Supreme Court upholds the Mississippi bill, SB 321 would already be in place to take effect in Kentucky. Representatives from the Kentucky Family Foundation and pro-life organizations spoke in support of the bill, while representatives from Planned Parenthood Kentucky and the ACLU opposed it, arguing it will disproportionately affect low-income women.
For people who come from backgrounds where you're the first generation college student, or you don't have as many resources, or you're on food stamps, for us, things are more possible when we're not forced to do things like have a child that we're not prepared for mentally and financially.
In 2019, Kentucky passed the fetal heartbeat bill, which prohibits an abortion if a fetal heartbeat is detected. A federal judge blocked the law from taking effect. Legal challenges are still pending. Special education students are some of the most vulnerable children. Some recent reports of abuse suffered at the hands of teachers and aides show exactly how much. Cameras have been in special ed classrooms in West Virginia since 2019, but watching the video required a report of abuse. The new proposal increases how long schools must keep the recording and requires that a school official watch at least 15 minutes every 90 days.
We fought really hard to make this bill even stronger, and we kind of fell short with what we were going after, but this bill is a huge step and it's a good start, so I'm very satisfied.
The Senate will need to sign off on a minor change to the proposal, and then it could be on its way to the governor. The 60-day West Virginia session ends at midnight Saturday. Well, road crews are preparing for the mess that, well, could be ahead. H.B. Elkins with the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet says his crews have enough salt, but the rain before the snow means they won't be able to pre-treat the roads. And although ground temperatures may be warm, the chance for heavy snow could still cause slippery conditions on the roads.
From what we understand and talking with National Weather Service, snowfall rates may be so fast overnight Friday and into Saturday morning that may not help us out much.
Road crews will be out as necessary. Elkins asks folks to stay off the road if possible, especially Saturday evening when temperatures are expected to drop into the teens. Well, thank you so much for getting your morning started with us on this Friday morning. When we come back, scientists make a colorful discovery among the coral reefs in South Asia. We'll have those details in just a few minutes.
From 60 degrees to a winter storm. That is what we're expecting in the next 24 hours. I'll have the very latest in about 3 minutes.